All right, we're excited to be doing this for you guys today. I want to take this minute real quick to just mention and thank all of our services and our service members and their families, the United States Air Force, the Navy, U.S. Army, United States Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, Space Force, the families of every single one of them who have it just as hard. All of our veterans, my veterans in the band, to include myself, we appreciate you guys not only on this day but every day. At least for us, we do. So we're really excited to be here, and we just appreciate y'all so much. The first song we're gonna do is a song that we were lucky enough to have on CMT. It kind of really started my career, and it's just a super fun one to do and sing and just have fun with the crowd. And I love it when they're singing back. But a little song called "Feel Good Feeling."
Time. Everybody here working on the 10 lines. All we've been sitting on go. Now it's time we're ready to roll. Like a bonfire, light it up. Take a stereo and crank it up. Gather around, put your hands in the air. It's going down and everybody's here. Take a drink, y'all turn it up. Till you just can't get enough. Ain't nobody thinking about leaving. I need some more of that feel-good feeling. The temps 95 and a climbing. Tennessee sunshine shining. Down on us like it's spring break. But man, we're just chilling at the lake. Like a bonfire, light it up. Take a stereo and crank it up. Gather around, put your hands in the air. It's going down and everybody's here. Take a drink, y'all turn it up. So you just can't get enough. Ain't nobody thinking about leaving. I need some more of that feel-good feeling. Rolls around. We'll be right here, just burning it down. Like a bonfire, light it up. Take a stereo and crank it up. Gather around, put your hands in the air. It's going down and everybody's here. Take a drink, y'all turn it up. Till you just can't get enough. Ain't nobody thinking about leaving. I need some more of that feel-good feeling. Yeah, that feel-good feeling. Yeah, that feel-good feeling.
Hey, I'm Ryan Daniel. I'm a country music artist, and I've been doing this probably about almost 10 years. Obviously, prior to that, I was in the Air Force, and I'm just enjoying what I'm doing and having a great time.
Well, thanks for meeting with us today, Ryan. Can you tell us what current musical projects you're working on?
Well, as far as music projects, I mean, there's always something in the works. You know, we're always trying to up the ante. Especially as an artist, you always want to create something, and even when you're done, you're still working. But we just got done dropping about a month ago my third album. Y'all Ain't Ready for This, and so we're super excited about it. It's doing great. I want to thank all the fans, for what they do. It's crazy because a lot of my fans, like 75% of my fans, are military, whether it be veteran or still active duty, and so it's wonderful to have that support, obviously from my veteran community, from my military community, and they're just making this album a great success. But there's always something in the works. We're always going to work on something new. I started playing drums early on. I was 7 years old. My grandfather was a jazz drummer. He also served in the Air Force, though. Played drums in the Air Force for 8 years. So I think I was probably maybe about 9 years old, and my grandpa let me sit in with him and his trio in the jazz trio. And it was actually at a place called the Dunes Club. And I remember sitting there, and I was like this little kid just sitting behind a kid. And that was like the first time I performed, in a setting of that nature.
It's a little song off our album, Back for More, called Like America, one of our favorites to do for everybody. Red striped tag, blue Levi's, rocking in a white Converse, pretty girl with stars in her eyes. Small town soul, city style. You get a little bit of everything. Yeah, when she smiles, she'll take you Rocky Mountain High if you're lucky. Get you drunker than a bourbon in the hills of Kentucky. Take your breath, sunset in Arizona. Hits you like the wave on the coast of California. Springsteen on the tailgate of a Ford. Blue jean jacket, $5 on the floor. Of July, her love's a lie. America. Beauty queen, girl next door, sipping Dr. Pepper in your football leather jacket, keeping her warm. Vegas wild and Dixie Ray, and she's singing along to every girl roll window down memory. Yeah, she'll take you Rocky Mountain High if you're lucky. Get you drunker than the bourbon in the hills of Kentucky. Take your breath, sunset in Arizona. Hits you like the wave on the coast of California. Springsteen on the tailgate of a Ford. Blue jean jacket, $5 on the floor. Of July, her love's a like America. Red striped tag, blue Levi's, rocking in a white Converse, pretty girl with stars in her eyes. She'll take you Rocky Mountain High if you're lucky. Get you drunker than the bourbon in the hills of Kentucky. Take your breath, sunset in Arizona. Hits you like the wave on the coast of California. Springsteen on the tailgate of a Ford. Blue jean jacket, $5 on the floor. Of July, girl looks like America. Oh, just like America. Just like America.
Well, I mean, obviously, as you know, every career has its ups and downs, right? So, can you tell us what kind of obstacles or hardships that you've been challenged by through the years?
Yeah, every career does have its ups and downs. It's nonstop, especially when you got to earn it. And I probably have the same story as a lot of. I can speak for some country artists maybe in that genre that. I've had the light shut off. I've had my car repoed. You dive in and you grind, and I'm still grinding to this day. And you're gonna have challenges even as you get success. The challenges are gonna keep coming, and I think that I sort of live by that motto. The ones that don't make it are the ones that quit. And so every challenge that comes my way is fine. And I'll keep moving past those obstacles, and that's a test to a lot to my military career. That you find a way.
All right, this next song, this was the single that kind of preempted the album. Y'all ain't ready for this. This song's called Camo, and it's really the one that really put me on the map. It's such a great tune, written by a couple of good friends of mine, James G. and Brendan Ireland, who it was on The Voice. Great songwriters, great artists themselves. And I just happened to get this song from them. And at the same time, it was kind of weird because I was talking to Chet Roberts, guitar player from Three Doors Down, and said, hey, maybe I could record a single with you guys and see how it goes from there. Trying to, just kind of spread the wings and kind of figure out where I wanted to go with it. And it turned into this amazing song for us. And it was cool because I got to kind of put a little bit of my Air Force twist on it and how I was an ammo troop and, talk about those kind of things. And so it's been really a good song for us, and it really just drove home, like, okay, let's get in the studio and record this album and kind of stick with that vibe on that album. So and it was fun to have most of the band playing it too. All these guys had a hand in the album, and I appreciate it. Another guy back here on drums, Mr. Lucky Bush. This guy did 30 years in the United States Air Force as a command chief. So, Lucky, thank you again for your service too, brother, and being part of my group, because I couldn't do it without you. So I appreciate that. And without further ado, little Camo, boys.
Can use it in the woods, on the seat of my truck. It sure looks good. From my Razorback hat to my old hunting boots. Yeah, I wore it in Iraq, a working ammo troop. I like the green and the brown, got my real tree fitted. Puts me on the hunt when I see my girl in it. We can sneak around and play. Nobody's gonna know. That's why my favorite color is camo. From the NHRA, so Saturday night, I saw the koozie in my hand. When I'm getting right, and it's put to the test. It keeps me out of sight, and these colors don't run. They blend in and fight. I like the green and the brown, got my real tree fitted. Puts me on the hunt when I see my girl in it. We can sneak around and play. Nobody's gonna know. That's why my favorite color is camo. Here we go. We'll turn it for. Come on, yeah. The green and the brown got my real tree fitted. Puts me on the hunt when I see my girl in it. We can sneak around and play. Nobody's gonna know. That's why my favorite color is camo. Everybody show me camo.
Well, obviously you're out on the road a lot, both as a veteran and now as a musician. How do you deal with that time away from your family?
Well, I mean, you are. We were on the road a lot. You know, that's kind of the name of the game. You know, you tour a lot. A little bit, you know, being a veteran, of course, you know, serving 10 years, you know, deployed quite a few times. So it's, I don't want to say it's easier, but we're not gone quite as much, you know. And my family's used to that. So it's a little bit easier. And of course, we do a lot of military bases. And so a lot of the bases really make you feel like it's home. And the support that we get from our military community is crazy. And it's tough, but the folks and the fans and the places that we play make it easy for us.
Well, with that said, do you consider music a calling? And if so, how?
I don't know if, I mean, I'm kind of one of them silly redneck guys, so I don't know if I really know what a calling would be. I just know that what makes me happy, what makes me have my chi, if you will, or whatever those people call it, you know. I wake up and there's no better feeling than being on stage and making people smile, make people laugh. And so yeah, I guess if that's the word for it, it's my calling. It's kind of what, you know, what I wake up in the morning just wanting to go, okay, what's next? What can I do? And I want to keep pursuing it.
Well, in that case, was service, you know, for the Air Force, was that a calling?
I think it was. Again, you know, my grandfather was Air Force, my dad was Air Force, right. So it was kind of like I'm in line next. You know, I had that. You know, I grew up playing drums and choir and band, and I was in all those things in high school and middle school. But you know, I was young and was like, well, I probably need to go in the Air Force, and I don't regret it. I love every moment I spent, and obviously got to tour with Thompson Blue while I was in. And that was a great experience, and that kind of got me the bug again. Yeah, I mean, it just was a part of my journey. You know, I think that's what everybody in life has, a journey, and I think that I needed that journey to get me where I needed to get to the music side, and then to where I'm at now, because a lot of my military experience still bleeds over into what I do now. I get excited about the challenge. I get excited about the fans. I get excited about the music. I get excited about traveling. Seeing new people, seeing new sights. I live for this stuff. I sleep it and breathe it, as people would say. And it's not a job for me. I always say if I woke up tomorrow and I felt like this was a job, I'd quit. And for me, it's not. I love what I do. I absolutely love it. I mean, yes, again, we talked before about, you know, the hardships and things, and yeah, there's still hard stuff for me, and but that kind of comes with the territory, and that's anything. You could work anywhere, be a car salesman, and have tough days, but I wake up every day loving it, and that's what gets me excited to go, what's next? Where can we go? What can we do? And how much fun can we have with our fans? How much fun can we have with our veterans? How much fun can we have with our military folks? Because when we play those bases, it is wild, and I can't imagine what that'd be like if I didn't have that.
Yeah, it's all about putting on the show. So, I mean, with that said, what's the first concert you ever remember going to?
Oh gosh, that's easy. Rhode Island, at a place called Rocky Point, and my older brother Chuck, who is also a veteran, he did 21 years in the Navy. He took me to the concert, and it was Steppenwolf. And I remember at the time, I didn't know who Steppenwolf was. You know, I mean, I was so young, but I remember looking up there, going, "Wow, like this is what they do for a living. This is craziness." And but yeah, that was my very first concert. Yeah.
Well, obviously, rock and roll based, right? As Steppenwolf was. So, what kind of music do you listen to when you do have that personal time at home or out on the road or you're traveling? What kind of music inspires you?
I think for me, a lot of people get surprised. I've been asked kind of that question before about my music and my playlist, if you will.
And I think some people get surprised that don't know me, like my close friends. It's so eclectic. It's you might hear, Garth Brooks, and then you might hear AC/DC, and then you might hear T.I., and then you might hear some Steppenwolf. You might hear, Brian McKnight. So my playlist and my my music is so eclectic. I kind of love it all, and I try to pull from that. You know what I mean? I really, growing up, I was the same way. I mean, I love country music, obviously, but I just love it all. I have a great appreciation for the art of music.
All right, this next song is a cool one. It's off my brand new album, which is out now. Y'all ain't ready for this, but this song is called "Fast Cars and Broken Hearts," and it's kind of cool to me that as we were getting ready to record this album, I had two really good friends of mine who just happen to be up here with me right now, which is Mr. Brandon Blackburn right here, my lead guitar player, and this guy back here on keyboards, Vince Alton, who, by the way, is the United States Air Force veteran, so thank you for your service, dude. I appreciate it, man. So these two guys wrote this song and came to me in my barn one night and strummed it on guitar and played it, and I'm like, man, that's a great tune. Like, and Brandon, that's in my key. And he goes, I know. So, and it turned out to be a great song, and actually on Spotify and all the other channels, it seems to be one of the most popular songs is Climbing Fast on this one. So thank you guys for writing this for me, and it's just a joy to play every night. So Fast Cars, Broken Hearts, here we go.
Even though I saw it coming, there was no slowing down. The way that vet was running, I never felt to leave the ground. You see, I'm home 3 times that night. I swear I saw your face when I saw the light. Ain't nothing like fast cars, broken heart. They can drive me out of town and leave me in the dark. On the side of the road with tears running down your face. Holding on to crash and burn, but you live and learn through all those hard to handle curves. When you're walking out of that fire, you'll find your grace. Putting back together after being torn apart. When you're working on a fast car, broken heart. Tried 100 times to piece it all together again. Another lesson I learned in life. Some things you just can't make. Sometimes you learn there's a price to pay. And sometimes you're lucky just to walk away. Yeah, nothing like fast cars, broken heart. They can drive you out of town and leave you in the dark. On the side of the road with tears rolling down your face. Crash and burn, but you live and learn through all those hard to handle curves. When you're walking out of that fire, you'll find your grace. Put them back together after being torn apart. When you're working on fast cars, broken hearts. Pulling on a crash and burn, but you live and learn through all those hard to handle curves. When you're walking out of that fire, you'll find grace, yeah. Ain't nothing like fast cars, broken heart. They can drive me out of town and leave you in the dark. On the side of the road with tears running down your face. Pulling on a crash and burn, but you live and learn through all those hard to handle curves. When you're walking out of that fire, you'll find your grace. Put it back together after being torn apart. You can take a little time to figure out where to start. When you're working on fast cars and broken hearts. Broken hearts.
I state all the time that I will rival my work ethic as an artist against just about any other artist in the industry. I don't have the big backing of a huge label or management or even a booking agency or any of those things. But what I do have is I got a good head on my shoulders. I have great work ethic, and I also surround myself with people who are smarter than me. So that helps. And of course I got a great band and crew, and you know, half my band and crew are all veterans. You know, we talk. You know, my drummer did 30 years in the Air Force. My driver did 15 years in the Army. My merch guy did 15 years in the Army. My keyboard player was in the Air Force for 8 years. So like over half of my core crew and group are all military veterans, and from different branches.
Right.
And so that makes the transition a lot easier too, because it's almost like falling back into a very well-oiled machine.
Well, obviously there are similarities and differences in both of those idioms, right?
Sure.
So what was it like for you to win awards in both the music arena and the military?
All of them special. Every award, whether it was in the military or Airman of the Month or whatever, or an award that we get as an artist, for me they're all special. I don't think I could point out one that means more to me than another. I think that every single award that I've ever gotten, whether active duty or where I am now, is all special. If I had to answer the question and somebody said, okay, give me one. A few years ago, 2018, I believe it was, I won the Veteran in Blue Award. That was huge to me. That probably, if I have to rank one, that kind of ranks up there for me. And the Veteran in Blue Award, I had no idea it was even a thing. To find out that, some captain calls me and says, hey, we want to interview you. We're going to send a whole camera team down to your house. And so they sent combat camera down, and then they went on the road with us for a few days and filming and sitting and doing questions. And then, they get this cool plaque, and my picture and bio is actually at the Pentagon in the hallway, because I won the Veteran Blue Award. So that's probably, if I got to rank one, that's probably my favorite, because that means the most to me. Because to me, it ties both worlds. I'm still being recognized and still being part of the United States military. But they also recognize that even as a civilian, I'm still kicking butt and taking names, and I'm still helping our veterans and helping our families and trying to do what's right, even on the civilian side.
Well, it's obviously you enjoy what you do, and you've certainly worked yourself through a number of challenges and things through the years, both as an airman and now as a performing artist. Do you have any words of wisdom for all of our active duty and retired Air Force men and women out there?
Hoorah. You're part of the greatest military in the world, in my opinion. And I don't know if I have any great words of wisdom for anybody in the Air Force or any branch, other than what, for me, it's like I want to say thank you to them. Again, I couldn't do what I do every day without them, and it's something special. And you're gonna remember your career, no matter how short or how long it is. You're gonna remember those moments, and just remember you're the reason that we sleep well at night, and I know that you're the reason I sleep well at night. And from everybody, from me to my band and my crew, we thank you and we love you, and we can't wait to see you guys on the road again.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, for being out there on the road and entertaining our veterans and our communities across the globe. And we sincerely appreciate what you're doing and wish you the best in the future.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.